Now, for the seventh year in a row, countries around the world have spent record sums of money on weapons, even before Russia's war in Ukraine started. That's according to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute. Total global military expenditures for the first time exceeded $2 trillion last year, an increase of 0.7% from the year before. The biggest spenders were the United States, China, India, the UK, Russia, France, as you see it there, India as well, and Germany. Now, together, they account for about 2/3 of global military expenditure. China's military spending grew for the 27th consecutive year. And with many countries propping up their defense amid Russia's invasion of Ukraine, military expenditures are likely to rise further. That's why I asked Alexandra Marksteiner of the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute if we were in the middle of a new global arms race.
It's always a bit difficult to judge based on just the numbers, but we are seeing a new record high in global military expenditure. 2021, in 2021, we reached over 2.1 trillion US dollars. Whether or not that counts as an arms race is a matter of perspective, but we're definitely observing a continuous increasing trend.
What is your forecast for the coming years? How will the war in Ukraine boost military expenditure?
So shortly after Russia launched its invasion against Ukraine, there were being announcements made every couple of hours that governments intended to further increase military spending. We saw that in Germany, we saw it in Sweden, Romania, Poland. There's also a good chance that the U.S. Congress will further boost spending beyond what the Biden administration had requested. We see that this trend will probably continue for some time.
Now, obviously, you are with a peace research institution, but amid Russia's aggression in Ukraine and fears of neighboring countries that Moscow wants to reach even further, isn't increased military spending a good thing at this point of time?
Well, I think, everyone kind of has to decide that for themselves. On the one hand, it's true that the Russian invasion of Ukraine really did shatter the European security order. Threat perceptions are now at an all-time high. I would think it's understandable that many people are calling for increased military spending. But on the other hand, you always have to consider every money being spent on the military is a dollar or a euro. That's not being spent on education, healthcare, social programs, economic relief, and that sort of spending. So it's up to every country to decide for itself.
That is a given. If a country ups its military spending, the money is lacking elsewhere.
Well, I mean, it also depends on how the funding is financed, right? Governments can raise taxes, they can take out loans, they can make cuts elsewhere. But in principle, we talk about a trade-off between military spending and other types of spending.
Alexandra, do higher military expenditures immediately mean more guns and rockets? I mean, where exactly is the money going?
So military spending doesn't automatically mean procurement spending, right? There are other types of spending. You need to pay the salaries of troops. You need to buy fuel for your tanks. Procurement is only a part of it, but we are seeing that many of these announced increases are very much focused on military procurement as well as research and development.
Alexandra Marksteiner of the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, thank you for your time.
Thank you.